in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Allen now looks to throw. Touchdown Bengals! Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now it's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Carr now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Allen. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Now Allen going to give this one to Cam Akers. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and the lead moves to 10-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr on the bootleg. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Bengals are going to take over at the quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. Finding some room at midfield. Gets past one and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there. Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw his car. Touchdown! That's caught. Hunter Renfrow, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Justin Madubuike. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He will find his man Chase complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. To the air, Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. DJ Moore. with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brevin Jordan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. A give to Jones. He gets away from one. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 146 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On play action, now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On first down, Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go again here with Akers, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And now they'll throw with Allen. Throw left side, complete to Chase. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Strip that ball. Watch the air. Kill. Hey, tight.
Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. A check down here to Jones. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Russell Gage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Chargers 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Carr now on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he finds his target, Ebron. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Chargers. Eric Ebron, 77 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the Chargers 23-yard line.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43. You must be.
Half 85, half 85.
Where's the mic? 43 is the mic.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
43 is the mic.
Going right back to Akers. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Akers able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's his 9th rushing touchdown on the year and 11th overall. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Carr completes it. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Nick Bolton in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Now Carr. Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.